All right, I'm testing the sound. Everything good? We'll see now. You mean I must keep talking until you smile and throw a party? You can have your bow. Sure. It's funny, yeah.
A little bit more, isn't it?
About me.
All right, good. Okay, great. Good afternoon, everyone. Here at last. A very, very happy moment. And especially your presence actually is like really quite phenomenal. There's something about us being together and the way you've created this moment by being here. So I just wanted to acknowledge that in an informal way before we start. And also because I want to kind of draw you in a little bit more. Reason being, we want Claire's moment of walk down the aisle to be exceptional for her. I know for you it's going to be. I've had a glimpse. But her moment of walk down the aisle, for her, we want that to be something that she can register in her being and enjoy it thoroughly. And I think we can help towards that. And the best way, I believe, to help is that I'm going to ask if you wouldn't mind staying seated for the first part of the processional. That means before she arrives. And then at that moment where we really feel her presence, I'm going to ask everyone please to rise. And that in itself is wonderful because as we stand, we open ourselves up and we acknowledge this is a moment to be valued. And she will feel that. But if you feel it needs a little tweaking, you can make a little bit of noise like, yeah, or something like that, just to help her down the aisle. We're thrilled and we want it to be the very best experience for her. So are you happy with that? Yeah. Fantastic. I'm not too sure what's happening behind the veil. or how long it's going to be. So maybe, Nabil, you can keep us entertained until no. It's a lovely atmosphere. Keep enjoying it. And obviously, at the right moment, the right music will pipe up and we'll enjoy. Thank you. Lovely. So I believe when you say your vows, beat this entrance and the music that accompanied, I think, brilliant choice. But what a moment, what a glorious moment. Welcome. Welcome to your wedding. I'm thrilled that we're here, and I still think we need a bit more applause because there are a little bit of nerves going on here, so let's welcome them to the moment. Fantastic. And Colleen, may I come down and shake your hand? I know it's not like protocol these days, but just such an honor to watch you walking down the aisle with your beautiful daughter and to represent that space. I'm sure the heart is overflowing with joy. You're containing yourself very well, so I won't push it too far. But lovely moment. And in fact, the energy that you have as parents and as ones who love and who see them as they are, flaws and beauty and the wonder that they really are, you see it all. You know the love that they are worthy of. And your longing for them is enormous. So to acknowledge that is important, and also to kind of steal it from you. That energy and that ability, we all want that. We all have it to one degree or another, but nothing like a mom or a parent. So thank you, and special moment. So ladies and gentlemen, we are here at last. What kept us so long? Well, circumstances and things out of our control, but this couldn't be more perfect. So here we are to settle in, to be present and enjoy. So I want you to be comfortable, and I want to invite you to take a seat. Be in here for the long haul, because we've got a 3-hour ceremony going on, right? No, I joke. So, in fact, the ceremony is not going to be overly long. Maybe one of the briefs that you've given me is not long. And so the challenge with a short-ish experience that has such value is that we don't want to miss any of the real beauty. And the way to not miss is to be fully present. And there is a way to be fully present, and that's to open your heart and just kind of go in there and find your true self, your true ability to love them and to love this moment and to celebrate it fully and to just be generous in your hearts for this moment. That's a way to be here. And so that's the invitation. They're extending it to you, and they're saying, they're thrilled that you are here. And so I'm really extending this invitation on their behalf. But I also do want to take a moment to honor your dad. And we know that Warren's presence would have been deeply, deeply valued, and he would have loved this moment. And so this is a moment just to say deep respect and thank you. So, we've done a lot of planning for this. I should actually now step out of that weave and say, you've done a lot of planning. And the downside of a lot of planning is that we can be so much in the energy of it and in the whirl of it that we forget to kind of rest in the reason why we really did put so much effort in. And the reason is not easy to put into words, not easy at all. In fact, I don't think words can say it, but you know deep in your inner being the reason. And partly, I think that happened some 15, 16, I don't know how many years ago when you first met. That was a long time ago. Yeah, and I understand that at least one of them was a bit more rebellious than at this point. I won't even use a gender so that you don't. But things have changed. In fact, I've enjoyed so much getting to know you a bit. And it's been a challenge for me because normally I'm good at reading people. And I'm going, I'm not sure if I'm reading them properly. But I think what I've picked up is enormous intellect and ability. But at the same time, because of that, there is this ability to hold space and to step back. But because the mind is going so fast and you're taking in so much, sometimes it means that you look as if you're nervous, but you're not. You're just holding that space. And at least one of the other is more expressive and really beautiful. And you see that. And so there's a mix here that I'm not going to be able to put in words. I'm approximating it somehow and maybe getting it slightly wrong. That's not important. What is important is that you really do honor each other. And you really do see each other. And you found a way to take all of your different expressions and merge them. And even some of those that are not quite on the same level, you give room for and you honor. And so you've been at this journey for a while. And therefore, we've got a reading that I think will honor that. And so this reading comes from Captain Corelli's mandolin, very well chosen. And it goes like this. I didn't choose it, by the way. It goes like this. Love is like a temporary madness. It erupts like volcanoes, and then it subsides. And when it subsides, we have to make a decision. We have to work out whether our roots have so entwined themselves that it is inconceivable that we should ever be apart. Because this is what love is. Love is not breathlessness. It is not excitement. It's not the promulgation of eternal passion. That is just being in love, which anyone can do. Love itself is what is left over when being in love has burnt away. And this is both an art and a fortunate accident. Those that truly love have roots that grow toward each other underground. And when, well, I don't think in this case this when will ever happen, but when the pretty blossoms have fallen from their branches, they find that they are actually one tree and not two. And so that does honor the fact that there is this merged, united expression because your roots have intertwined and grown together. And you've danced this dance of life in the most beautiful way. And, well, I'm not going to go into some of the detail that your working space must involve and all of those things, but this united space, I believe, has been enabled by your ability to move together into that merged moment, but also to stand slightly apart and to see the other and respect and honor, and then just to move like waves, kind of receding and then moving together, receding and moving together. And I believe that that movement, that resonance, that flow is actually replicating the energy of life. But it comes from a deep knowing. It comes from a still place, way within us. And when we can go there, and when we can see from that still place, while it is our peace and while it is our sense of well-being, while it is our groundedness to this journey, it also has to move. And when it moves from that place, it moves in deep respect for the other. And it moves in celebration of life. Now, you do this well, with some incomplete expressions, but that's what it means to be human. And so my conviction is that as you've done this over the years that you've been together, you might not use the words that I'm using, but you have done it in this way. And that is why you've become more of who you really are. That is why there has been a change within yourselves. You've described some of the change as you've introduced each other to me. And this is my conviction. As you live in this united, merged space and continue to really see each other, and you continue to celebrate life, and then in those moments where you're not really moving with that love or moving with that celebration, if you find a way to recede and move backwards into that still part of yourself, that is what enlarges you. That is what makes you more of who you are. And the reason is, while you're doing that, while that movement is happening within you, while there is this flow, life is going to come at you. As it has. And life is going to surface within you that you're going to go, that's not exactly what I want to be feeling or how I want to be expressing myself. This is a bit confusing to me. But if you actually stay conscious by choosing love, and you stay conscious by choosing celebration, then you find a way to stand above what comes at you. Some of it you can fix, some of it you can't. Some of it you can sort out as it surfaces within, and some of it you have to show lots of compassion to because you haven't got the power to sort it. But if you show that compassion and keep standing above it and love with all of your heart and celebrate together, you enlarge. Obviously, physically, no, but in your character, in your beingness, you become more, and that's what your love does for you. And this more is your power. Because as you keep going, month after month, year, decade, more decades, chapter after chapter, and as we look back, and you look back, we will notice so much more capacity, so much more character, more kindness, more compassion, more ability to take it in and go, wow, more ability to respect the other, more ability to say, I can navigate this crazy world, and I can do it with wisdom and kindness and creativity because of this. And so this that we are honoring today is beyond words. It's unspeakably beautiful. And it's the opportunity for you to become increasingly who you really are. But it's also the opportunity for you to take in the richness of the experience. Love, celebration, shared space. That's the ingredient. And you've got it. And so we know your lives are rich, and they're going to become richer. And so I actually need to put a full stop and stop talking, or maybe a comma. Yeah, I'll put a comma there, because we're going to come back to honor this moment shortly. But before we do that, you have a moment to respond and to say what you want to say to each other. Now, they might not be quite as used to the public space or this wedding space as I am, but the quality of their words is beautiful. So they might not deliver completely clearly, but we're going to give them a mic so that they can. And just the beauty of these words, I hope that we can really hear them and respect them. So I'm going to give you this mic because it needs to go across on the streaming. I think we need to put that on your belt. And that on your lapel. And we also want to use this mic so that you can hear it. I think we're on. Good. Thank you, Nabil. Enjoy the moment.
You are the first person I want to see in the morning and the last at night. I look forward to loving the smallest moments, such as your beautiful smile when you look at me, your warm embrace, and our first kiss in the morning. You're my favorite person, my lover, and my friend. Your kindness, fidelity, trust. With kindness, fidelity, and trust, I am excited to build our lives together with a love that will grow each passing day. I love you not only for what you are, but for what you made me, the best possible man I can be. I vow to fall in love with you every day, to make my life forever yours, to honor and cherish you, to climb mountains and swim oceans just to be by your side, to be a loving, caring, loyal, and supportive husband.
There we go.
Not there.
Maybe you should have gone first.
I'm going to cry anyway.
Shall I stand behind holding that? Or are you okay holding both? Can you receive the words and hold mics?
Okay, sorry. Nabil, as I look at you today, I still see the spark of the young man that I fell in love with all those years ago. When you swept me off my feet and you kissed me. Perhaps a little more mature, a little more experienced in life, and a little less rebellious, but still the same handsome, gentle, and sweet man that I knew then. Together we have overcome challenges. We've made good decisions and we've made bad ones. We've embraced people entering our lives, endured others leaving, found ways to achieve balance in our relationship and our home, and grown as individuals in too many ways to count. We have seen into each other's souls and accepted each other as no one else has, and stand strong as two people instinctively intertwined as one. It is for these reasons and countless others that today I take you as my husband, my best friend, and my confidant for the rest of my time on earth. I promise to be with you through all of life's uncertainties and to find new reasons to love you, to laugh with you, and to keep learning with you. I promise to respect you, appreciate the person that you are, embrace you, laugh with you, and believe in you. I promise to be faithful to you, to always fight for you, to be honest with you, to support you, and to always be quite unserious. You are such a wonderful presence in my life, and I can't wait for all the things that the future holds for us. I love you so much.
Great.
Thank you.
Wasn't that special? Really good. That's why I said, well, partly why I said I'm not going to be able to put it in words, but just by hearing what you've said, but also seeing the purity of that expression and the beauty of your hearts in that. That was a very special moment. So again, thank you. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to change gears just a little bit. And changing gears means that we're going to step away from words and step more intimately into a visual, symbolic moment. And visual and symbolism has immense power. It speaks more than words can. And it comes with your energy and your intention. And so we're going to acknowledge, and part of the reason we're doing it this way is that this sacred space between the two of them needs to be respected and honored. And they're going to therefore exchange their rings in a ringed off space in a sacred way. And therefore, they're going to forget that we're here. They're going to be absorbed in each other as they exchange their rings. And we're going to get the beauty as witnesses. So yes, we are here, but at a distance. And as witnesses, we'll get to see their intent. We'll get to see the love in their hearts as they give, and the generosity of their hearts as they are allowing this movement, this outward movement from themselves. But we're also going to see this wisdom and this spaciousness and this welcoming and this home place as they receive and as they take from each other. And so this symbolizes so much. So the encouragement is come as close as you can in your attention and enjoy the moment. We're not going to expect any words from you to us, but you might want to say things to each other. If you do, that's fine. I promise not to lip read. But Luca, I think, does Luca have the rings? No. You and Shiraz. So the plan changed because Shiraz is here. So, Thorold, will you please bring the rings? Thank you so much. There we go. Shiraz, will you wait here for a moment? And actually, just take that away from them and allow them their space there. Okay, good. Great. Wonderful. Enjoy the moment. take over. Brilliant. 3 stolen kisses. But a precious, precious moment. And that was lovely to witness. So thank you. And while the small print said that you're only allowed 3 kisses per ceremony, now I'm joking. I'm so glad you did that, because that was part of the spontaneity and the value of the moment. So also an indicator that we're moving to the final expression of the ceremony. And the final expression means that we have a legal declaration to make, because we want to seal their marriage at last. And to seal your marriage requires that I speak on your behalf, because you're our witnesses and you're affirming the moment. Therefore, it's your declaration, but I'll be saying it on your behalf. And then you have a response. And that response is a verbally binding response. It changes your marital status without signing a thing. So I'm almost ready to do that. But just before we seal your marriage, this is the final moment that we have in the ceremony together. And therefore, we want to get the most out of it. And to get the most means that we want to take your hearts and the generosity of spirit and the ability to see who they really are, and we want to speak your words of blessing over them. Now, I'm not going to get your words exactly right, but I'm going to try. And also maybe give you room to correct me later in your own personal greeting of them. But this is an exceptional moment where we harness the energy and the love, and we speak words over you. So if I may, speak on your behalf. Thank you. So Claire and Nabil, the real beauty of this moment is you. And that beauty is something that we want the privilege of enjoying increasingly, even as your bodies change. And that beauty will be yours as you fine-tune your ability to see the other with the eyes of your heart, and to see the beauty that really exists there, but not just the beauty in this moment. Your ability to see is going to enlarge, expand. You're going to add more sense of gratitude as you really see each other. Because as the journey goes, you're going to be surprised by saying, wow, there is an infinite expression here. And yes, it is uniquely expressed, but it's infinite. And it comes across as the experiences of life come across to you. And so may you have the ability to look past all of the externals, even the beautiful ones, and find the real. And may you have the presence of mind and the courage to stay there and to keep seeing with your heart wide open. And as you do that, you'll find this phenomenal, mysterious movement inside of yourself. You'll find that you become more and more and more who you really are. Those things that obstruct or block or distract or create a deviance, they'll be removed from you slowly, bit by bit, year after year. And you'll find more and more freedom, more and more capacity for an uncaused joy just to move out of you for creativity to move out of you. You'll find your home base expanding in whatever way is appropriate. I'm saying that very subtly. Mom said to me before the ceremony that sometimes she says a lot. And so you needed to say that, and I'm very glad you did. But in whatever creative expression comes, we will benefit because of the beauty that is the ground of that expression. And so may you find ways to become increasingly you, but also take in the richness of life. May you drink it in, and may you appropriately enjoy it so that your richness becomes our richness. And also, may you have that richness in every resource. Financially, intellectually, relationally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, whatever is required for you to live fully, may this enable it. And so we honor you. Thank you. And here we are. Final moment. We're going to declare it. And so, it being an official moment, I've got to pull out the document and declare it as according to the document. So, Nabil Karani Dubois, do you declare that as far as you know, there is no legal impediment to your proposed marriage with Claire here present, and do you call us as your witnesses that you take her as your legally wedded wife? Brilliant. I should have actually been standing there so that he could look into her eyes when he said it, so sorry about that. But he did say it very clearly, I do. And Claire Ruth Glencross, do you declare that as far as you know, there is no legal impediment to your proposed marriage with Nabil here present? Do you call us as your witnesses that you do take him as your legally wedded husband? Brilliant. Shall we declare it? Your husband and wife! Fantastic. Oh, what joy. Yay! A moment to really celebrate, to open up and go, yay! So we finally reached this moment, full of joy. We do need to seal it with some signatures. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a moment to sign the registry. But the rest of us, I believe, are going to prepare ourselves outside that door over there. I believe there's confetti as you walk out. And Nadia, who is your MC, the font of all knowledge, knows exactly what you need and where you need to be. So if you'll just follow her guidance, that'll be perfect. But if we can ask moms, please to join us for the signing of the registry, and that'll be fantastic. If you want to join us as well, that'll be good. Yeah.
Confetti's on the back of the chair. Everyone can just take it.
Oh, I apologize. Confetti's on the back of the chairs. So don't leave without your confetti. Lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, Nigel. That was absolutely superb.
Brilliant.
Absolutely superb.
I'm thrilled. Thank you. Lovely. So, you know, this is the last time.
This is the last time you signed it again. I know.
So this is the fun bit, and then we do the fun quiz. So the left thumb is just like a leaf. Yeah. Gentle on the side. Gentle. On steroids. Everybody gets so.
Not taking any chances.
Good. You're done. Congrats, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Finally.
Fizz, why don't you guys move this side then?
Oh, which side?
Yeah, this side. Can everybody move a little bit down, please? Little bit on the right. Thank you. Thank you. Perfect. Yeah. You want to go stand here with Fizz?
Come, my darling, come stand here.
Come stand here, boys.
I think I was right. That was fantastic. Let's do it again.
I wasn't ready.
I've done it with that, but saying I ended up buying it. It was horrible.
We don't have to do it again, eh?
Yeah, it wasn't right.
It wasn't right the first time. No, baby.
It's dirty.
Look at here.
Hey, get Susanna.
Yeah, my God.
Yes, sweetheart. Go the trophy. But up, no, not at them.
Yeah.
Up at them. You're acting. This way.
I'll come with you. You want to come with you?
Little bit behind.
Congrats again.
Little bit.
Thank you very
Love
much.
you too.
Thank you. Thank you. This is lovely.
And what's the lovely ceremony?
That's
Me too.
let me swap this with you. So I will take that. Ice cream.
Everybody take a piece of this one. Everybody down to the bottom of the roads after you reach the temple. You too.
Thank you. I loved your
Congrats. Cheers.
Oh, congrats. How are you? Everyone's like, yay!
And that's what my favorite.
Just like young. Very young.
We haven't met. Very so much about you. Must have been a very short conversation. No, we had to wait 2 hours. They had to fly another week. I was no, the aircon had broken, so everybody was sweating like mad because it was hot to sleep. But anyway, that was the last day. But the cool days were cool.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, Natalie. Fine. Well, you made thank you very much. Lovely. Thanks for the picture of you. Yes, I know. The weather is so beautiful, isn't it? It's really lovely. Yeah.
I like toast as well. Perfect. I like toast.
Congratulations. I waited too long.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Just do that.
What's your favorite cake?
Come this way.
Cakes. Oh. I don't know, but
Really cool, everybody can want to put around. Yeah, that's it.
You can do it, Ben.
that's favorite cake.
Yeah, that's right.
Say that.
Sorry. None of that negative energy, please.
Seen a kite fall before. If you want to
I didn't finish her.
Just leave it.
Very nice. Everybody gets out.
I don't know. Okay.
Just feed each other. Yeah. You don't have to just feed each other.
All over.
Robinson.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Will you be okay if you we're gonna stand that side. We're gonna take a group